So after a long season, kind of everything you've been through, feeling like the old man out there right now, or what?
Yeah, you could say that. Body sure does feel like it, but that's just the college basketball grind. All my brothers in there, they feel the wear on the season as well. So we just gotta keep pushing. Is what comes with it.
Can you explain the heart over height kind of motto?
Just being bigger than what you actually are out there on the court, having a bigger heart, being able to fight with people that you might be outmatched with, outsized, and you just gotta dig down and have that dog in you.
What's it been like before some of these games? I know Nate just mentioned that you had an IV before some of these games. You still dealing with that illness per se?
Just taking every day by day. Just waking up, taking what I get.
Has it been more treatment and just work to get ready for each game than it has been in past years for you?
Not really, because I really going into every game not 100%. That's just what college basketball players do. We play with nagging injuries. That's just what basketball comes with.
Have there been like more for you though this year, whether it's the hand or the GI illness or
No,
what?
not for real. Not seriously. I've had the hand issue last year, the ankle issue last year. It's nothing that I haven't dealt with before.
What's the biggest piece of advice you tend to pass on to the younger players on this team?
Just continue to work. When you think it's your bad day, just continue to work and put forth the effort, and the work just gonna pay off for itself. So whenever you're down about yourself, just continue to work, and you'll see improvements.
You come
Did you
on.
ever figure out exactly what was causing you to lose weight and not be able to keep food down?
Not really. Just diet issues. Just gotta keep looking around that area.
You just kind of monitor it
Yeah.
every day.
Yes, sir.
Have you gained the weight back yet? How are you feeling energy-wise?
Yeah, I'm slowly gaining my weight back. I'm out there playing a lot of minutes, playing how I do, kind of crazy, kind of energetic. So that doesn't slow me down out there. It doesn't feel like, so I'll be all right.
What are you at weight-wise?
160.
How much weight did you lose?
About 10 pounds.
Oh, okay. You just couldn't keep anything down, or?
Yeah, just diet issues.
Okay.
You talk about the energy you provide out there. What do you feel like your role is on this team, especially when you do get on the court?
To bring energy, be that spark plug off the bench, just to bring confidence to my guys, lift them up when they're down, just be the leader that I have been, and just use my experience to my advantage and teach these young guys what it means to be out there in crunch time and just continue to stay together.
Beetle, Coach Oates went over some of your physical injury, basketball problems, and then added that you'd also had maybe a hard life otherwise. Is that something you could share?
I mean, came from just a poor background. Just my family, we just been fighting. So just that area in my background, I really don't talk too much about, but coming from there just taught me a lot, just to keep my faith when everything's not going well, just to continue to work and trust in God's plan.
We've kind of talked a lot about the negative. Have you had a lot of fun this year playing on this team?
Yeah, it's probably the most fun I had in a while. Being able to go out there and fight with those guys every day, my brothers, means the world to me as I look to my final strides in college basketball. The friendships, the brotherhood, with the coaches, the coaching staff, just everybody around here in general. It's just fun to be around here and just play basketball.
How much have you had to, when other players are going through what difficulties, the grind of the season, and maybe head down or something like that, how much have you had to actually, explain this is nothing compared to everything else, like understand?
I mean, that's what you just got to think about when you do go through these hard times in college basketball. And there's people out there that's really struggling in real life, fighting for food. So when you think about that and you think about what we're going through here, I'd much rather go through it here than out there.
Beetle, what do you want your college basketball legacy to be?
Just going down as leaving it out there every time I'm step out there on the court, no matter if it's a good or bad game, win or loss. If I just want to go down as the player that whenever I stepped out there, I gave my all.
What was the hardest transition coming to Alabama, like on or off the court, just kind of coming to a new place?
Just being so far away from my family. I think that's one of the biggest problems. But other than that, it hasn't been much change. West Virginia was kind of far from me, so I kind of know how to deal with that. That's probably the only thing.
You mentioned kind of giving your all. Nate robbed I guess it was at Mississippi State, but 2 or 3 times you not only dove for balls, but were able to like rip out a rebound from I think one of the bigger guys. Just that mentality out there in a game like that when you knew, okay, it was all on the line. We need this one.
Yeah.
You didn't get it, but how much was that kind of one of those games where you had to step up your game even more?
Just my leadership role, my experience role. I've been through 2 Sweet 16s, the tournament 3 times, so I got a lot of experience in that area. So I'm kind of used to being those must-win games and must-win situations. So I know the energy and effort that I had to bring in that game. So I just try to do it just so the younger guys can fall in line and just try to take behind what I'm doing.
So you came obviously from a tough basketball culture, Huggins. How have you seen the development just that way with this team from the beginning of the season till now? Because I know that's something that Nate wanted you to bring you in to establish that.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a learning process for everybody when we all transitioned here. The guys that were here, they were used to playing basketball like how they did last year. And everybody just was new to Coach Oates' system, and I was the familiar part of how he wanted to play defense. So when I came in, I just tried to show him what I can bring to the table, and hopefully, like I said, bring some of the younger guys behind me. And that has been a big part of our transition, and it's been treating us well. So because we've been sticking together at the end of games, playing as one, and we're finding ways to win.
What would be your recruiting pitch if someone asked you what it's like to play at Alabama and for Nate Oates?
Just fun basketball. He lets you loose on offense, and all he really demands is hard playing effort on defense, and everything else will fall in place.
What do you think of Jaden Shackelford?
Terrific scorer, terrific freshman. If not one of the top freshmen in the country, in my opinion. He just has a motor to score. Not too many people can stay in front of him. He's a big, solid guard, keep people on his hip, and read the defense well. That's why he's playing as well as he is right now.
Obviously, you're a senior, so I'm sure he looks up to you. And you've been able to recognize his talent. Obviously, there's some things that you've told him personally to kind of help him progress.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work with him on the defensive end, because don't really need to talk too much about the offensive end. He pretty much got that handled. Just trying to give him a few pointers here and there on defense where it can help him with guys like Javon Carter did for me at West Virginia. He showed me the ropes, and it's just my turn to do the same thing as well.
Anything else?
Thank you.